Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived an old Zen master named Haruki. He was known throughout the land for his wisdom and the serenity that seemed to emanate from him. One day, a young man named Kaito arrived in the village, eager to learn the ways of Zen from the renowned Haruki. Kaito was a confident and ambitious youth, seeking knowledge not just for understanding but also to gain respect and recognition. He approached the Zen master with a confident stride and declared, "Master Haruki, I have heard of your wisdom, and I have come to learn from you. I wish to gain the respect of everyone in the village and beyond." Haruki, with his calm gaze, looked at Kaito and nodded. "Welcome, young one. Sit with me, and we shall begin your journey." As days turned into weeks, Kaito diligently followed Haruki's teachings, absorbing the lessons of mindfulness, simplicity, and the art of being present. However, as Kaito progressed in his studies, he grew increasingly frustrated that the villagers did not seem to acknowledge his efforts. He felt a burning desire for respect and admiration, believing that his newfound wisdom should be recognized by all. One day, unable to contain his frustration, Kaito confronted Haruki. "Master, I have devoted myself to your teachings, and yet the villagers do not show me the respect I deserve. Why is this so?" Haruki, unfazed by Kaito's impatience, led him to a small pond near the village. The water was clear, reflecting the peaceful surroundings. Haruki pointed to the pond and asked, "What do you see?" Kaito looked at the pond and replied, "I see the water, the trees, and the sky reflected in it." Haruki smiled knowingly. Just as the pond reflects the world around it, respect is like a reflection. It is not something you can demand or force upon others. It is a natural response to the way you carry yourself, your actions, and your understanding of the world. Kaito, still frustrated, retorted, "But I have followed your teachings. Why do they not respect me?" Haruki sat in silence for a moment, then spoke softly. "Respect is like the wind. It touches those who are open to its gentle breeze. Just as the wind cannot be grasped, respect cannot be demanded. It comes when one is humble, compassionate, and understanding. It is not for everyone, but for those who embody its essence." The young man pondered Haruki's words, realizing that respect was not a prize to be won but a reflection of the wisdom and compassion that one carried within. The journey towards true respect, he understood, required not only the mastery of teachings but the embodiment of their essence in every moment. And so, under the guidance of Master Haruki, Kaito continued his journey, not seeking respect but allowing it to naturally flow like a gentle breeze through the open spaces of his heart. As Kaito continued his journey with Master Haruki, he began to notice a change within himself. The impatience and frustration that once clouded his mind began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound sense of inner peace. He embraced the simple joys of life, feel the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the warmth of the sun. One day, as Kaito and Haruki strolled through the village, they encountered a humble old woman tending to her garden. Kaito, with genuine curiosity, approached her and offered to help. The old woman smiled appreciatively and accepted his assistance. As they worked side by side, Kaito realized the depth of wisdom embedded in the ordinary acts of kindness and respect. Word of Kaito's transformation spread throughout the village. The once ambitious young man became a symbol of humility and compassion. Villagers, touched by his sincerity and genuine nature, began to respect him naturally. It wasn't a forced acknowledgement, it was a reflection of the authenticity that now radiated from him. In the midst of this transformation, Kaito encountered a fellow villager named Mai, who remained indifferent to his presence. No matter how kind or considerate Kaito was, Mai seemed unaffected. This puzzled Kaito, and he couldn't fathom why everyone else acknowledged him while Mai remained aloof. Intrigued, Kaito approached Mai one day and asked, "Why do you not show me the respect that others do? Have I not demonstrated the virtues of humility and compassion?" Mai, a seasoned soul with a twinkle in her eye, responded, "Respect, like the fragrance of a flower, is subtle and personal. It may not be for everyone, But that doesn't diminish the beauty of the flower. It simply means that not everyone will appreciate its scent. Kaito, enlightened by Mai's words, realized that respect was indeed a subjective experience. Each person had their own journey, and their capacity to recognize and reciprocate respect varied. Mai's indifference wasn't a reflection of Kaito's worth, it was a reminder that true respect transcended the need for validation. With this newfound understanding, Kaito continued his journey with even greater humility. He embraced the idea that respect, like the wind, touched those open to its presence. Whether acknowledged by everyone or not, Kaito carried the essence of respect within him, radiating it like a silent beacon in the village. In the quiet moments of self-reflection, Kaito understood that respect was not a destination to reach but a path to walk. And as he continued on this path, guided by the teachings of Master Haruki, he discovered a profound trustworthy respect, like the gentle breeze, found its way to those who cultivated a heart open to its subtle and transformative touch. In the village where Master Haruki resided, there was a recluse named Takeshi. Takeshi lived on the outskirts of the village, away from the daily interactions of the community. He was known for his solitude, spending his days in quiet contemplation and tending to a small garden that surrounded his humble dwelling. Takeshi was not one to seek recognition or engage in the affairs of the village. He moved through life with the simplicity that baffled many, and he rarely spoke unless necessary. Despite his detachment from the bustling village life, Takeshi was revered by some for his wisdom and the aura of tranquility that surrounded him. One day, a curious villager named Yuki decided to visit Takeshi and seek the source of his peace. Yuki approached Takeshi's dwelling with respect, mindful not to disturb the serene atmosphere that enveloped the recluse. Master Takeshi, Yuki greeted, "I have heard of your wisdom and the calmness that accompanies you. I wish to understand the secret to your peace." Takeshi, acknowledging Yuki's presence with a nod, invited him to sit. They sat in silence for a while, with only the soft rustle of leaves and the distant murmur of the village breaking the quietude. Yuki, growing restless in the stillness, finally asked, "Master Takeshi, why do you choose to live on the outskirts, away from the village life? Do you not seek the respect and acknowledgement of your fellow villagers?" Takeshi, with a gentle smile, replied, "Respect, like the flowing river, takes its own course. It is not a destination but a journey. I have chosen a path of solitude not because I seek to avoid respect, but because I have learned that respect is not for everyone." Yuki, puzzled by this enigmatic response, inquired further, "What do you mean, Master Takeshi? Should not everyone be deserving of respect?" Takeshi, his gaze fixed on the distant horizon, explained, "Indeed, the seed of respect is present in every heart, but not all hearts are ready for it to bloom. Some are entangled in the weeds of ego, while others are still nurturing the soil of understanding. Respect is a flower that blossoms in its own time and in its own way." As Yuki absorbed Takeshi's words, he began to grasp to the essence of the recluse's wisdom. Takeshi, by choosing a life of simplicity and solitude, had allowed the seed of respect to grow within him without the need for external validation. In that moment, Yuki realized that respect was indeed a personal journey, a silent transformation that occurred within the depths of one's being. Takeshi, living on the outskirts of the village, had discovered that the truest form of respect was not in the applause of the crowd but in the quiet acknowledgement of one's own heart. As Yuki left Takeshi's dwelling, he carried with him a newfound understanding of that respect, like the river, flowed naturally and found its way to those who embraced the quiet beauty of their own unique journey.